जय रा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रजनरंजन यमुना तेरा वन हरि यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता गौरानिता जय गौरानिता जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरु जंग विश्वपाद परहंस प्रयोजन अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद ऐसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय जंग विश्वपाद परहंस प्रयोजन अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत गोस्वामी श्री सरस्वती महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय नामचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय जय श्री श्री किशोर किशोर गोकुंड राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय नवद्वीप धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माया की जय यमुना माया की जय भक्तिदेव तुलसी महारानी की जय समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to our Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada की जय नमः विष्णुदेवाय कृष्ण Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class at ISKCON Chicago, Sri Sri Kishore Kishori Temple. We'll continue to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 7, text number 4. Yeah. Before that, let me see. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Janmadya Satana Titrata Sachartha Vigyan Surat Tene Brahma Hrudi Adi Kavaye Muganti Yasuraya तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयत्र तत्र शिगमसः धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तं कुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि यार्येवयं मया त्यक्तो लोकयं नष्टमङ्गलः भविष्यति अचिरात् साधो कलिनापि निराकृतः यर्हि मया त्यक्तो लोकयं नष्टमङ्गलः भविष्यति अचिरात् साधो कलिनापि निराकृतः यर्हि मया त्यक्तो लोकयं नष्टमङ्गलः भविष्यति अचिरात् साधो कलिनापि निराकृतः What word meaning? Yarhi, when? Eva, certainly. Ayam, this. Maya, by me. Tyaktaha, abandoned. Lokaha, the world. Ayam, this. Nashtamangalaha, bereft of all auspiciousness or piety. Bhavishyati, it will be. Achirat, very soon. Sadhu, O saintly one. Kalina, due to Kali. Api, himself. Nirakruta, overwhelmed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada disciple ki jai. O saintly Uddhava, in the near future I will abandon this earth. Then, being overwhelmed by the age of Kali, the earth will be bereft of all piety. Purport. Lord Krishna's plan was to bring Uddhava back to his own eternal abode after a brief delay. Because of Uddhava's extraordinary spiritual qualities, the Lord wanted to engage him in propagating his message among other saintly persons who are not yet advanced to the stage of pure devotional service. However, the Lord assured Uddhava that he would not be bereft of the Lord's association. for even a moment. Also, because Uddhava had become a perfect master of his senses, he would never be afflicted by the three modes of material nature. In this way, before bringing Uddhava back home, back to Godhead, the Lord empowered him to carry out a specific confidential mission. Wherever the supreme position of the personality of Godhead is not recognized, useless mental speculation become very prominent, and the safe and sure path of hearing perfect Vedic knowledge becomes covered by the chaos of mental concoction. At the present time, especially in the Western countries, literally millions of books are being published on hundreds and thousands of subjects. Yet, despite this proliferation of mental concoction, people remain totally in ignorance about the most fundamental issue of human life, namely, who am I, where have I come from, where am I going, what is my soul, what is God. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, is the reservoir of innumerable enchanting pastimes, and thus he is the source of innumerable varieties of pleasures. In fact, he is the ocean of eternal pleasure. When the eternal soul is bereft of the constitutional pleasure that comes from loving service to the Lord, he is overwhelmed and bewildered by material nature. He helplessly chases after material self-gratification, thinking that one material object is good and another bad, and constantly changes his assessment of what is good and what is bad. Thus he derives no peace or pleasure. He is in constant anxiety and is repeatedly thrust by the cruel laws of nature in the form of birth, death, old age, and disease. In this way, the conditional soul becomes a fit candidate to take birth in Kali Yuga, which is the epitome of the misfortune. In Kali Yuga, the living entities who are already suffering so many tribulations mercilessly turn against one another. Human society in Kali Yuga becomes savagely violent, and men open slaughterhouses to butcher hundreds of millions of innocent creatures. Large-scale wars are declared, and millions of human beings, even women and children, are quickly annihilated. Unless the living entity recognizes the authority of the personality of Godhead, he remains a helpless victim in the clutches of Maya or material illusion. He concocts different solutions to release himself from Maya. But these situations are themselves creations of Maya, and thus cannot possibly release the conditional soul. In fact, they only intensify his disciples. In the next verse, Lord Krishna specifically warns Uddhava to avoid Kali Yuga and go back home, back to Godhead. Those of us who have already taken birth in Kali Yuga should also heed this advice and immediately take all necessary steps to go back to the Lord's eternal abode for a blissful life of perfect knowledge. The material world is never a happy place, especially during the fearful days of Kali Yuga. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakkurimritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurive Nama Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Sapadandikam Vandeyam Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitang Tasa Jivang Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Visaganitangsa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchani Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavanu Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchaka Rivasacha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Nama Nama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadadhara Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Bukang Karoti Vachalang Pangulang Gadigrim Jatkruvatamang Vande Guru Deva Dinatarne Jatkruvatamang Vande Paramananda Madhavang Om Narayanang Namaskrityam Narochava Narotamam Devi Saraswati Vyasang Tato Jayamudirayat Nashta Prasa Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Slokehe Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. In previous verses we have seen how Uddhava was aware of departure of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to Swadhama, to his own eternal abode, Golok Vrindavan, after performing his pastimes in this earth. Krishna Swadhama Apagata Dharma Jnanadvihi Saha. Then Kalonashta Dusame Saha Purana ke Dunoduta. Very nice. So Krishna, when he left to his eternal abode, he Kalonashta Dusame Saha. By seeing the Nashta, means the ongoing process in Kali Yuga, where there is no piety. So Kali Yuga is characterized by, like one of the verses stated, like Manda Sumanda Mator Manda Bhagyahi Upadrata. Manda Sumanda, this Manda Bhagya. So this is only wretched life. Not good. This Manda Bhagyahi Upadrata, and they will fight each other. They have misfortunes. So who wants to stay in this place where Kali is very prominent? Every word, every discussion, even people they have good intelligence. Even if you speak good, they won't listen. They will come. They will think like that you are saying something wrong. This way, they pick up a fight. Therefore, this age is very, very bad. And Dukkhala Vasasatam, Krishna has already declared, this place is full of misery. So no gentleman wants to stay here. Gentleman in the sense means a pure devotee, he wants to go back to Godhead very fast. Like you, Prabhupada used to say one story, Ma Jiva, Ma Muro. Like for a brahmachari, he said, if you die very fast, you can go back to Godhead and you can perform your duty there, service there. And for Chiranjeevi, for a prince, for king, son is a Chiranjeevi. That means you will always live here. Because you are always after sense gratification, you keep on enjoying this material. For brahmachari, they have to go very fast. Like that. Very nice. They don't want what they, because they are serving here and they will serve there. So for them there is no difference. Wherever they are put, they think always of Krishna's holy name and they execute their devotional service. Also another verse is there, very nice verse. What is that? Narayana parasar be na kutashin bibhati sargam api sargam apavarga api narakesu api tulgartha darsana. Api tulgartha darsana means they say everything is same, whether for hell or heaven, for a brahmachari or for a devotee, for advanced devotee, everything, wherever Krishna puts them. Api narakasu, naraka, hell or heaven, apavarga, which is apavarga means like there is a pavarga and apavarga. Pavarga in Bhagavatam it has been stated, pa, pha, ba, bha. This pa, pha, ba, bha, 4 alphabets in Sanskrit. What is pa, for pa, means parisram. Heavy, hard labor. Because we have taken birth in this material world, you have to work. You cannot sit idle. You see, in the material world, specifically in India, you can get some relaxation. But if you come America or Western countries, you have to work hard, your life becomes mechanical. Unless you are Krishna devotee, unless you are staying in Hare Krishna temple. You have to work. If you do not work, one day your money will be exhausted, you will have zero balance, then you will be on the street. The bank will take out your home and you will be street. If you cannot pay the mortgage, if you cannot pay bill, electric bill, phone bill and so many things, bill, gas bill. So that means your life has been made like a machine. You have to work. So there is no question of escape from the mode of material nature. Yes, here in purport it has been mentioned, only way you can get out from the mode of nature is if you will become the master of your mind. Master of manasashtani indriyani, prakriti sthani karsati. So this mind is rascal. You can become your friend and become also enemy. When you can control your mind, you will be the master and he will be your friend. And if little loose, give leave means you cannot, like little flexibility, if you back to mind will run away. After sense gratification, so many sense objects, so many things. Therefore, it will become your enemy. Here, so what we are discussing, api tulgartha darsana, like for a devotee, wherever, whatever condition they are put in, so they are busy with mahamagna chitta. What is that? Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Naiva duje paraturataya. Yeah, so that means your my mind, tad birya gayena mohamrita magna chitta. So my mind is full of happiness And my heart is always is occupied by your pastimes. Everything. Where is the question of moroseness, distress, whatever situation you are put in? So therefore, apavarga we are discussing. The pa means parisram. Parisram is labor, hard work. And if you do hard work, what will happen? Like a donkey, they do hard work, then foams come out from the mouth. Phena. Phena means foam. Ba means brutha. Brutha means whatever work you do in material world, it will be meaningless. Why? Your result of your work will be taken away by somebody. Maybe by your family member, maybe by some enemy, by thief, whatever they are. So they are ready, or your government through high tax. So therefore, where is the question of enjoying that labor, fruit of that labor? Brutha, it is vain. Bha, then you will say, bhaya means you will be scared of, what will happen next, tomorrow? I don't have money, I don't have to pay the bill. If I don't work, so like this, so many fearful situations. Therefore, apavarga, narakesu, apavarga, api tulgartha darsana. So devotee always, they are very, very, very in enchanting stage. That is why Uddhava is very aware of that situation. I don't want to stay in this Kali Yuga. So he knew when he was informed by Kali Yuga is coming and Krishna wants to wind up his pastime, he's going away. So then he requested, no, please let me go with you. I don't want to stay away from your association, even for a minute. But here the scriptural injunction is that what Krishna is suggesting, no. Please stay back. Stay back, you have to preach. And wherever there is no Krishna consciousness, you preach there. And then when you will be purified enough, and you will come back. Of course, he is purified. Always you are associating with Krishna. But here one sentence, we came across that what is the qualification to go back to Godhead? Unless you purify your existence, you are 100% pure, then you cannot go back. The question is coming, how to get purification? Tapo divyam putra kajena sattam suddhyate brahma sukhahi anantam. Suddhyate, that suddhya, suddhi will come, that purification will come when we will do austerity. Tapo divyam putra kajena. Sattam means then you will be situated in a mode of pure goodness. Only through austerity. Austerity is required. In every aspect, even in material world, if they do not do any austerity, how can they get promotion? How can they achieve the good job, or executive job, or better job? They have to study nicely, they have to write competitive exams. Then they will get good jobs. That is also austerity is required. No austerity, no fruits. Similarly, in spiritual life also, austerity is very, very, very much required. But so-called austerity also doesn't help. How? There is a very nice verse. Tapasa brahmacharena, samena va damena. Tapasa brahmacharena, samena va damena va. Tyaga satya sociabhyam, yamena niyameneva. Tyagena satya sociabhyam. You have to become, you have to do some sacrifice. You sacrifice your time, we are sacrificing time in devotional service. Tyagena satya, you have to be truthful. Socha vara. Socha means you have to be cleanliness. Tapasa means this austerity starts from brahmacharya. keeping celibacy. If you are not celibate, if you are not brahmachari, then tapasya is no use. Yamena niyamena va. Then, by following the rule and regulations, 4 prohibitions and what is that? Prohibition also you have to follow and rule regulations. Then also, even if you do like that, dharmagya sadhaya nitaha, dehavag buddhajam tam. Dehavag buddhajam tam. You have to serve with your body. Yes, wiping the stove floor, or doing the duties of worship, in kitchen cooking. So, bhag means with your word. You have to preach. Say about Hare Krishna, Devak Buddhajam, with intelligence, dhira. Devak Buddhajam dhira. You have to sober. Devak Buddhajam, Sradhayanita. What is that? Sradhayanita. Means you have to affinity for the service. Then, Kimpanti Mahadavi, Benu Gulma Ivanala. Even if you do all these austerities, by through your word and everything, by your body and everything, what happens? Last line is telling Kimpanti Mahada means when you just like Gulma means what is that called? Sarbs. So you throw the sarbs in the fire. Fire will burn. So what happened during all austerity is gone. So like that, everything finished. Like Vishwamitra. And he was practicing so much austerity, but finally, after spending 10,000 years, he could not achieve that Brahmarsi. So best way is to practice Hare Krishna. Practice, you always say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whenever, wherever there is a chance, do some devotional service. That day I was telling somebody one example, very nice analogy is there. What is that? Here in America, in India it is, I don't know, but in America, if you are studying in a medical school, and what they teach, even if you are a medical doctor, suppose you are passing through, you are going in the nursing home or in the hospital, something spilled out. You found that, water has been spilled out or something spilled out on the floor. Even you don't have to wait, somebody will come and wipe out. Or you don't, because you are a big doctor, you are MD and all these things. Or RN, you are RN, that is not my job. This is some sweeper's job, some like low class employees, they should do like that. No, this is a mentality in different country. But in America, take out a paper napkin or something. Even if you are a doctor, you wipe it out. Why? What is the reason? Because if someone fall down, he will sue your hospital whole. He break his backbone or something, he will sue your whole hospital or nursing home, it will be closed. And here are the so crazy judges, they can, pay $5 million or $1 million. Go, what to do? So like that, same way, the devotee, when he finds any service, wherever, that Prabhu left that tulsi plate there, arti plate is there in the pujari room. It was supposed to be done by him. He forgot and he left. Or he was hurry and he left. So when you saw, will you wait for other devotee to do? No. Immediately clean it up, because you should think like that, Krishna has given me opportunity to do that. So you should get credit from Krishna. You whatever. Salpam apyasyat rahata bhat bhayat. A little endeavor in this path will save you from a greatest danger like death. So like that, devotional service is like that. Wherever you find any chance to serve it. That is Krishna is giving opportunity. Like our Jitendra Prabhu. Whenever on the street, even when he is walking, when he finds a beer bottle, he will pick up it. And what he will do, he will not throw in the garbage. He will put in the one, like a cane, everything will garage, like a polythene bag, and he will take to recycling. And whatever the money will give, they will give, and then he will utilize in temple service. That is called Yukta Vairagya. So like that, we should develop that type of mentality. Because we are not so advanced. And one point here, we will see afterwards what Avadhuta will teach. Very nice things will coming in this chapter, towards the end. So Avadhuta is telling, one sentence I remember, that is, unless you give up your ego, you cannot learn. Learning is not possible if you are holding so much ego. Then that means when ego ends, learning starts. When there will be surrender, when you surrender, then wisdom will flow. Very nice sentence. Unless you surrender to your guru or to any senior devotee or any devotee, you cannot get any knowledge from them. Very good. So these are the things. That is why Krishna is telling you, okay, please wait. You will come back to me. I will take you back. But like Uddhava, he is telling, no, wait. And the particular sentence has been written. What is there? Somewhere it was there. Uddhava back home, back to Godhead, and Lord empowered him to carry out a specific confidential mission. Like Prabhupada was empowered by Lord Krishna. One time, in a very sulky mood, Prabhupada said to his devotees, those who are near to him, I was not interested to come here in this material world. But Krishna said, you go and I'll take care of everything. After finishing your mission, you can come back. Prabhupada also one time he told, towards his departure, he said, look, now, I am able to control my prasadam and everything. You control my sleep. So Krishna is giving me the opportunity. He is telling me whether you want to stay more or you want to come back. So option is to you. That's what he revealed one time. Like that, here, Uddhava had become a perfect master of his senses. He would never be afflicted by three modes that we discussed somewhere. However, the Lord assured Uddhava that he would not be bereft of the Lord's association for even a moment. Also because Uddhava had become a perfect master of his senses. So wherever the supreme position of the personality of God is not recognized, useless mental speculation becomes very prominent. And the safe and sure path of hearing perfect Vedic knowledge becomes covered by the chaos of mental concoction. Yeah, there are two things. Either you have to, your mind cannot be kept as empty. If you cannot put Krishna in your mind, then Maya will be there. Nikatastha Maya thare, jhapatiya thare. Krishna bhuliya jiva bhagavan cha kare, nikatastha Maya thare, jhapatiya thare. Either you have to serve Krishna, like Prabhupada says, serve God or serve dog. So you are not escaped from anything. Either you have to serve Krishna or you have to serve his Maya. You are not free, you are not independent. The people, they always think, I am independent. That independent mentality is very, very bad. It is the cause of bondage, cause of suffering. When you will always feel like that, no, I am dependent, something is there, authority is there in my head, Supreme Authority Krishna is there, so I have to serve. Like Prabhupada, what is taught, very nice analogy in introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Very nice example was said. A is serving B is serving C is serving A. Everybody's are duty bound. Can you say anybody is free, independent, is not serving? Husband is serving wife, wife is serving to kids, kids is serving also to father. So everything is material world is going on. Nobody is free. Even if you are a billionaire, trillionaire, you may say, oh, I have so many servants, they are doing, and I am not doing anything. No, he has some duty when he has to eat, or somebody is coming and feed him. No, himself has to eat. Correct? So therefore, everybody is duty bound. Nobody is free from any service. Therefore, the highest service we have to do. Because when you are serving in office, you are getting say $10 per hour. For if you will get better job in court, suppose you are getting $20 per hour as a judge. So but the grade is there, grade of work is there. So same way, we have to look for that service which can give us ahituki apritiyata, yatmasu prasiddhati, which will give you the satisfaction to your heart. And that service should not be disrupted and should be continuous. Ahituki. So that is which can give you satisfaction. The ultimate satisfaction is derived not from by taking heroin or drug or adding so much money and going to the bar. That will not give any satisfaction. But the only satisfaction is lying where? In the devotional service. Why? Evam prasanna manasa bhagavat bhakti jogata. Your face is becoming blooming. Why? When you are doing some service, you are touching electric current, getting shock. You are touching deity, Krishna, you are getting spiritual energy. You are touching the paraphernalia of deity, you are getting energy from there. So, don't think only those who are only altar, they are getting energy and spiritual energy. What's about other devotees? They are cleaning the pot or cleaning the floor. Everything, anything is connected to Krishna, that will give immense pleasure. Like electric shock. Current you will get it. Current is there. Evam prasanna manasa bhagavat bhakti jogata. Once you associate with the devotional service, and then what will happen? Bhagavat tattva vijnanam. Tattva vijnanam. You can know what is what. And as soon as you get the tattva, to know the knowledge of tattva means what is the truth, what is absolute truth, then mukta sanghasya jayate. And you will be not interested in all this material association. So we need that. So that's what it is been stated here. Any important points? Because you know what, this thing is that, of course, is good, everything, but so many things are related to this verse. They are very good. Unless the living entity recognizes the authority of the personality of Godhead, he remains a helpless victim in the clutches of Maya or material illusion. That we discussed. He concocts different solutions to release himself from Maya, but these solutions are themselves creation of Maya and thus cannot possibly release the conditioned soul. Maya has so many sons. Maya is acting in different ways. Maya is asya sagadanda satane sute traigunyate. What is that? Maya is asya, means Maya has 1,000, 100 of sons. You never know how Maya is cheating us. Little discrepancy in the devotional service, Maya will immediately attack. Any subtle ways. So we have to be very careful for that. So in order to go back to Godhead, the material world is never a happy place, especially during the fearful days of Kali Yuga. So these are the symptoms of, why we discuss so many symptoms of Kali Yuga. Therefore, a gentleman doesn't want to stay here and go back to Krishna. Right? So we'll stop here. Anything to discuss? Any question? Any correction? Brahmachari? Grantharaji? Okay? Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpataribhyasya cha kripa sindhu eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnava namo namo. Hare Krishna.